There's a moment many caregivers have where they watch their loved ones be calm, pleasant, even normal with someone else. And then that person leaves and everything shifts. And you're left thinking, why me? So today I want to explain why this happens and why it's not what it feels like. Hi, for those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. Sinclair. I'm a neuropsychologist, dementia care specialist, and founder of the Confident Caregiver Academy. Let's jump on in. If your person with dementia seems completely fine with other people and then turns around and is harder with you, more irritable, more resistant, more reactive, I want you to hear this clearly. This is not a reflection of how they feel about you, but it does feel that way and it hurts. So here's the first reason this may happen. Reason number one, social masking can still hold briefly. In the earlier stage and even middle stages of dementia, some people can still hold on to social scripts or social reflexes for short periods of time. They can smile, make small talk, appear normal, but it takes effort, a lot of effort. So when someone new is there or someone they haven't seen in a long time, your person with dementia is using what's left of those social pathways. Think about it like this. There's a difference between how we act on stage and how we act backstage. Backstage, we're raw, we are more unfiltered, more ourselves. On stage, we're more polished, more controlled, more socially aware. We've rehearsed those lines so they come out effortlessly. In dementia, what you're seeing with other people is that well-rehearsed script. Hey doc, how's it going? How's your husband? How are the kids? They're smiling, they're charming. Because those are social scripts that have been practiced over decades. And those scripts are stored in parts of the brain that are often a bit more preserved, especially early on in the dementia process. But that version of them takes work to hold together, and eventually that effort runs out. And when it does, you see something very different. Reason number two, the frontal lobes are losing their filter. Another reason they can seem like a completely different person with you is because the frontal lobes are losing their filter. The frontal lobes help with filtering behavior, controlling impulses, adjusting our responses, making them softer. And in dementia, those systems are weakened. So with the people they're closest to, there's less filtering, less holding back, and more of those raw, intense reactions, the ones that hurt the most. And there's another layer that most care partners don't realize. Reason number three, you are linked to demands. You are the one who reminds, redirects, helps with tasks, steps in when things aren't working. So in their brain, you're not just you. You're also associated with effort, confusion, loss of their independence, even if everything you're doing is out of love. Quick pause, care partners. If this is helpful for you, then please go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. That small action tells YouTube to send this video out to other caregivers who could use the support as well. Now let's move on to the next reason. Reason number four, you are their reference point. And there's one more reason this happens that most care partners are never told. In dementia, your brain becomes their reference point. What I mean by that is they are constantly using you to figure things out. If you notice, they become your shadow. They're always watching you. They are constantly using you to figure things out. Am I okay? What's happening right now? What am I supposed to be doing? What should I be preparing for? Even if they don't say it out loud, their brain is checking against you. So when they're with someone else, someone who isn't their reference point, there's actually less pressure on their brain. No expectations, no correction, no need to figure anything out. They get to just be there and hang out. They can stay in those social scripts, smile, nod, make small talk, and it looks like they are doing better. But when they're with you, their brain switches modes. Now it's not just social. Now it's help me understand this, fix this for me, what's going on, what should I be preparing? It's more work for their brain when they're with you. And when their brain can't do all of that work, when things don't make sense or feel overwhelming, it comes out toward the person they're relying on the most, which is you. So it's not that they're better with other people and worse with you in the way that you're thinking. It's that your role in their brain is very, very different. I say this all the time on this channel. That switch that you see when they return to you, it's actually a cruel, cruel compliment. It shows how much their brain has become reliant on you. It shows how much they need you and the role that you've stepped into for them, the effort that you've put in to become that person for them. It's a cruel compliment. It doesn't feel like a compliment at all. So if you've ever thought, why are they only like this with me? Now you know why. Because the meaning you were probably making before is not the whole truth. This isn't they respect other people more than me, or they don't care about me, or they like other people more, unless they were always like this. Instead, this is a brain that doesn't regulate the same way anymore and is responding differently depending on the situation. What to do next? So the question becomes, what do you do with this newfound knowledge? Step 1, change the story you're telling yourself. Before anything else, shift the meaning. Because if you keep interpreting their behavior as a rejection, it will drain you and it will drain the relationship. This is not a relationship problem, it's a neurological problem. Step 2, reduce constant demand interactions. If every interaction you have with your person with dementia is correcting, reminding, directing, then your presence becomes linked to demands and stress. So look for small ways to balance that, to have other types of conversations and interactions. And this segues well into step 3. Step 3, create no demand moments. Sit together and reminisce. Listen to music and talk about the different genres of music. Compare and contrast hits from their time period and Taylor Swift or Bruno Mars. Watch something familiar, a comedy show, to bring moments of levity and laughter, moments where nothing is required of them. This helps rebuild emotional safety without pressure. Step 4, regulate your own response. Because this one can hit emotionally, and understandably so, let's just pause for a second. When your loved one is kind, calm, even normal with someone else, and then turns to you and is short, reactive, or resistant, it makes complete sense that there's a part of you that wants to say, why are you doing this to me? Why are you like this with me? And I want you to hear this clearly. That reaction is normal, but most of the time it won't land the way you need it to. Not because you're wrong, but because their brain can't process it, can't reason in the way that you need them to. And on the rare occasion they can respond well in that moment, great. But I want you to have realistic expectations. Most of the time, you won't get the response you're hoping for. So instead of trying to push for that, this is where the focus shifts to resetting yourself. And that reset is going to look different for everyone, but the goal is the same, to help you come back to center so you're not carrying that moment alone. This isn't about being perfect care partners, it's about having ways to support yourself when dementia is wearing you down. And here are a few options. For some of my care partners, that reset looks like taking a moment to pray or meditate, joining a support group, being around people who get it, learning more about dementia so things make more sense and feel less personal, like what you're doing here on this channel, as well as talking to a therapist, even virtually, if you're not able to leave your person with dementia home to go to an in-person appointment. That support can also look like the Medicare Guide program that offers respite services for caregivers. As well, that support can look like additional guidance and training like what we offer here at the Confident Caregiver Academy, so you're not left figuring this all out on your own. So coming full circle, if it feels like they're one way with others and a completely different way with you, it's not because you suddenly matter less to them. It's not because they like other people more. It's because you're not the stage. You're the place where the performance ends. And once you understand that, you can now start responding in a way that protects both of you. If this helped you to see things a little bit differently, you'll also appreciate the free Dementia Care Starter Kit I've prepared for you, linked below. It walks you through what's happening in the brain, what to expect next, and how to respond in ways that actually reduce stress for both of you. And if this video resonated with you, share it with others in need. And check out the next video on the most common mistakes dementia carers don't even realize they're making. I'll see you over there. Bye.